Hello guys, my name is Dark Soul. Today we're going to be playing Control. I've actually played this game before and reached the middle of it, but I found myself not understanding the complete story. The reason behind that is I didn't check out every file while playing the game, and hopefully in this playthrough I will be reading every file and content that I pick up. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's start a new game. Damn it, man, feels bad. My old safe is
Fair
gone.
warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am.
This is
I
creepy.
know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here? Hello? Anyone here?
Alright, here we go. Review ASD. Move. Typical controls. So I actually understood what she was trying to reference in this dialogue. Most of it. But if you don't understand, it's really fine. Because this game doesn't explain itself well from the beginning. You just have to wait and to be patient. Prohibited items reminder. Let's check it out. Certain objects are not allowed inside the bureau. Recent incidents have necessitated an issue. Reminder on prohibited materials. Unauthorized weapons, pagers, laptops, smartwatches, smartphones, smart gaming devices, anything smart. Number 2 pencils, not sure what that means. Any objects considered iconic representations of an archetypal concept. Rubber ducks, example. SketchUp hotels. All material under Bureau investigation. All material investigation is to be brought in through private entrances. If you see any lobby personnel in breach of those policies, please notify your supervisor. Alright. Unmapped area. Shift running to sprint.
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
Actually, I know what she means by saying that, but I don't want to spoil for you guys. You will later on know the reason why she's saying this. Another document. You literally can't get any viable information from this document for now. R4 reports reminder. Hello, as you all should know by now, the R4 reports are due by the end of the week. We are still waiting on them from a number of people. If you need an extension, please request from R4 from your supervisor. If you think you are exempt from filing an R4, then you will need to get written permission from your department chief saying so. Remember, R4s are mandatory under section 75.2 of the employee manual. If your R4 requires interdepartmental claims, then please contact the appropriate department head, Dr. Darling, Miss Marshall, Mr. Salvador, or Mr. Kirkland, as needed. They'll be busy on Thursday in their annual policy review, so please schedule accordingly. Rest your admin team.
Hello? Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, you are no helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him.
Oh, we are back to the same room with a small change.
this seal. I saw it a long time ago. I keep seeing it in my dreams. The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him. We're starting from the top.
Let's read the thing there that we missed earlier. Not this, not this, nor this. Staffing, surveillance, data center, engineer, construction, office equipment, mold removal, HQ, livability costs. See page 5. 5 comparison chart. See page 9. Executive sector. Improved terminology. While pending any notifications of that related to the Willow AWE, please adhere to the following guidelines. Words, phrase to use. In the service of her country, regret, proud, pride will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies, sorry. Clearance level 1. Barbara, I'm not to be disturbed. Cancel all my appointments for the day, for the rest of the week. I can't trust them. bar, bro. Not a single one. Trench.
Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
So only the director can hold this service weapon.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
So you don't need to reload your weapon. It regenerates automatically. If you wondering.
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here.
So this guy is called
Things have
Trench.
quieted down outside. Is it safe to go? You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror.
Get the fuck away!
Heal up by picking the elements from these dead bodies. Now we have a map. Nice.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guide us. Reach the hotline.
The hotline, says the dead man. Okay.
I'm just making sure that I don't miss anything in this place. Oh, it's the locked room, never mind. We have to reach the hotline. This guy came out of nowhere. I think we're done. No matter how much time you play this game, you won't feel comfortable while playing it, ever. That's our fun. First, let's check the file, then we can check the recording. Director Trench. Photograph. So much is expected from the director. The responsibility, the privilege. Case file, service weapon. Containment procedure. No unique procedures required. Description, parachuality. The object's form is variable. When bound, the object allows para-Utilitarians to. This object must only be bound by individuals seeking the role of probably director here. The object will determine whether if rejected terminated. This process is dictated by blacked out through their criteria, though their criteria is unknown. Background: the object was discovered inside the oldest house, in the room that is now used as the director's office. The popular hypothesis backed out many phones throughout history. Mjolnir, Excalibur, Varunostra, all weapons that of their wielders. If objects of power are the convergence of forces based on collective subconscious, then this may be the original manifestation of that event. In this case, see Dr. Darling, presentation 11 for more details. Executive meeting minutes, agenda items for next executive meetings. Rising costs of AWE response, update on mold eradication efforts, upcoming annual salary review, new supplier of coffee filters to be found and vetted. Please come prepared. Thank you for your time.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the Astral Plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one.
Service weapon.
Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Reservation at 7 p.m. at Chez Ambre. Wife will meet you there, don't be late. Flowers are ready for you at the lobby reception. Remember, she's turning 46. For Marshall's eyes only, we checked out the suspected AWE in Duluth. Wasn't anything, just like the house fire before this. And the malfunctioning clothes dryer before that. My team is getting pretty sick of dots. We need to find a better way to sort the fake AWEs from the real things. We need to rotate these field agents off for a bit. Anyway, we are on a route to Sherman Ranch. Next one on the list. Let's hope it's a little livelier there. Sincerely, Special Agent Kino. We came from the director's office room. Proceed further into the bureau. Executive Central.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
How to handle unscheduled visitors entering the lobby. Start with the following. Welcome to the Federal Bureau of Control. Established in 1964 as a part of an effort to strengthen government relations. We are proud to serve the United States and her people as we strive for transparency and excellence in all aspects of our esteemed nation's infrastructure. If they do not leave, then ask them these questions. Are you here to see someone? Are you from New York City or just visiting? How do you find this place? If their answers are sufficiently harmless, explain that this is a secure federal office and that they'll need to leave. If their answers seem maybe suspicious, escort them to a private room there, perform Gunner's psychological assessment. If the response are within the acceptable range of deviance, see the provided scoring sheet. Then, immediately remember there's no such thing as too suspicious. Urban legends are believed to affect the creation of altered materials, can also dictate the characteristics of an altered world event. Urban legends are understood as the modern evolution of young archetypes. We recognize certain informed by our own and popularized by our media. We have additionally proven that urban legends can even be artificially in popular culture using viewer-made anthology television program. Once the seeds are sown, human imagination exacerbates the details. Certain supernatural phenomena contain clear elements of popularized folklore. AWEs that only occur on a pair of scissors as some human punctures. These details, living in the minds of so many, have been given strength through belief. Urban legends are not just stories for children, they are supernatural realities waiting to happen. Refer to file blah 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 for full report. So apparently legends become supernatural realities later on somehow. Actually, I'll let you guys hear it. If you're just curious. Now we'll turn it off. Get rid of the small HP bars enemies first. Then we'll take care of the big guy.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. Spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it.
Alright, here we go.
Holy shit. You did it. We did it.
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope. Emily Pope. Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie? Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting. I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily. Look, somehow this hostile force, this
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah.
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
The service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together. Okay. You with me? We did it before. Push the hiss out.
Control points are locations that the Bureau has identified as being vital junctions of the oldest house. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control point, in the arrangement, the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. I didn't get that. I don't know. When the appropriate harmonization devices are arranged around the control, this word is not making this sentence clear. Around the control point in the surrounding area will not experience any unforeseen building shifts. These control points are discovered by detection of unobstructed ping using within 37-foot radius. Numerous researchers have attempted to define control points, calling them nerve junctures or vulnerable spots of the oldest house. The common factor in these theories is that control points are susceptible to external influence, which allows us to stabilize the oldest house and work more confidentially inside it. Theoretically, this technology could be extrapolated to stabilize the oldest house as a whole, but testing has found that certain parts of the building refuse to be cleansed. Perhaps refer to file 725-2788 for full reports. Let's check out the assists. So this section shows you what materials do you have in your inventory. Conceptual material, hidden trend, undefined reading, accuracy. Here you can equip weapon mods to your weapon. There's personal mods too. Health 16%. Health recovery by elements. Pick up. We'll go with the health 16%. There's corrupted vision.
It didn't work. The hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Jesse, over here. We need to make a plan, Jesse.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the Hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tommasi's department. He's head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
Don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the comms department is just outside the boardroom back in the lobby. They should have gotten it open by now. Follow the signs to the mailroom. You can get to the Hotline containment chamber through there. Good luck, Jesse. See you back here once you have the Hotline.
Let's see what kind of information.
The Hotline should be in the communications department.
Origin of his oldest house, alright. Origin of the hiss.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily. You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door. Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Damn.
Got it.
That?
Thanks.
I may have to repeat this on my own. Headrun, resonance amplifiers.
So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Alright.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
New assets, personal mods. Think we got a new one. So here's a recap for the story. I'll just zoom it out if you guys wanna pause and see and read it. I mean, here's our new mission. Collectibles. Portrait of Director Trench. The only person you should fail is yourself. So here's the thing that I used to do when in my earlier save and gameplay. In future, you'll have a lot of personal mods, so you gotta get rid of these extra ones or useless ones. So here we have two of the same kind. This is 26% and this is 20. So I'm just gonna deconstruct this because I don't need it. I'm gonna keep my inventory organized from the very beginning. Alright, let's go to our next mission. We have to enter communications department, executive dead letters. We went there. Maybe I came from here. Sector elevator. You know, the problem is that the building keeps shifting. You forget where you came from. Alright, let's just go where it leads. Communications department.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Gets super loud. I'll just try to reduce the noise a little bit. Music volume. Let's put it on 70. Music 90 would be okay. We'll just experiment. Alright, we're clear. You know what? I'm just gonna lower the sound from my... Oh, it's on 100, no wonder. I'm gonna reset the options back to default. Alright, let's just read what we got. Travel costs. Visited the following Nevada accommodations. Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Straight Light Motel, In and Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Beer Motel, blah blah blah. These are like locations, motels, expenditures, accommodation, meals, gasoline, minibar. I do wonder if a motel called the Oceanview is going to be found in a landlocked state. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think, right? And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. See you on the road. Agent L. Hens. So it's not clear where it's sent. I mean, who it's sent for. The boys in research said performing rituals may help identify any places of power. Drinking those little whiskeys is my rituals. Corrupted place. Damn!
Yes, it's overpowering here. You don't want me anywhere near it. With you on that.
Heal a little bit. Continue our research. you ever like want to play this game, I just got one advice for you. Collect everything and read everything at the same time. Also, we got the his research. An auditory event occurred at the United States Havana Summary Embassy in Havana, injuring the majority of diplomatic staff stationed there. Deaths were reported and the outgoing information has been managed. Bureau agents arrived at the embassy on the same day as the event was reported. Bureau agents through federal channels, but were too late to witness the AWE Altered World event, which is reported to have been staff experienced sudden intense vibrations and noise. Sudden intense vibration and noise accompanied by an intense pressure in the ears. This lasted for I don't know, minutes. No visual phenomena was witnessed. The scene was cordoned off and the embassy staff were transported to the continental US. After Formula I-9.9 was recited in the vicinity, a single cowboy boot began to vibrate, identifying it as an altered item. Cowboy boot. The item was contained and brought to the Bureau for examination. See case file AI-85 for details. So we got the HISS floating agents. The HISS manifest in human hosts in numerous ways. The most common and least intense form is seen in many corrupted agents floating throughout the Bureau. The HISS agents have maintained their human appearance, undergoing no obvious physical transformation. The most notable distinction from an unaffected human is the fact that they levitate. These HISS have displayed no aggressive behavior. They only seem interested in vocalizing the strange incantation ad infinitum. Perhaps those vessels are only meant to propagate the HISS corruption, like spores or Wi-Fi boosters. Or are they cocoons preparing to enter their next stage of evolution? When attacked, HISS agents disappear, perhaps entering a state of invisibility or undergoing transformation into purely resonant form. Research is ongoing. Refer to file for full reports. HISS barrier. The HISS resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. HISS barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. Two methods have been discovered for lowering them: destroying the multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the HISS entities in the area. The resonance fields seem to require support for their size and density from other, non-connected sources of HISS resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fall. Does an inactive structure made of HISS resonance qualify as conscious being? Does the distinction make any difference when considering the HISS? What does the very act of building walls prevent our movement tell us about the hiss? To what degree is it watching and planning? So this is a research, nothing is clear yet, but they have some points. If you want to clear the walls of the hiss, you have to destroy the hiss entities in the vicinity around. Alright. Place. Seems like we can't access it. This time. Alright, let's continue our adventure. Dead letters. Where we need to go. Game, you gotta keep moving, or you will get shot easily. Enter the area first, and then we'll there's some material that we can collect.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on, and they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Cool.
Communications. We're on the right track.
Just before that, I want to see if I missed something down there. Dead presidents. To whom it may concern, I'm being contacted by the past presidents of the United States of America. They appear as spirits guides, giving me their wisdom. John Adams keeps saying I need to fix America, but I can't really understand them. They all have a lot of opinions. People tell me I'm imagining it, but Theodore Roosevelt showed me how to fix the lawnmower, and I don't know a thing about the lawnmowers. Explain that. I have great dead men telling me about the past and the present. If you'd like to use my abilities to help, run the government, please let me know. I know the White House could use me. Yours in earnest, James Bartholomew. So on the multimedia, we got this new recording. Objects of power.
Objects of power.
Oh no, it's not the objects. Actually, it's the floppy disk.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes.
I'm not gonna waste your time. Book Club Penny. Hello, avid readers. The Bureau Book Bunch will convene at the usual spot in the corner table of the cafeteria at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. Currently discussing Unless You by J.D. Brooks. Everyone should get their reviews to me by Monday before lunch, so I can go generate some conversations starters before the meeting. Happy reading. Penny Bartwell.
Step into the FBC, let's rush to do, let's rush to Viva, don't dash, and don't scream much, let's join the Thresher Kings, let's join the Thresher Kings.
Hey, Meg, what's wrong?
My mom's dead.
I'm so sorry, Meg. What happened?
I don't know. They blacked it out.
It's like the director says. Confidential and children both start with C.
The director's a puppet. A dirty, rotten, fat person.
Dad says my mama went missing in action. She walked into the city and didn't come back. I don't know what missing in actions is, but I sure wish someone would find her.
I'll help you look, Telfer. We'll find your mama together.
Mr. Warner, I called the police, but they never can come to my house. I got a problem, and you gotta send a folk to fix it. I got my wife, one of them singing fish on the walls. It's not a real fish. It sings when you hit a button, but it's got the devil in it. It flies around at night and sings devil songs, says a lot of cuss words. The devil got in my house because of the fish, and you got to come handle it. My wife is real upset. When can you come? Sincerely, Dwayne Barr. So this guy, I think he works at the bureau, and Dwayne is requesting him to come to his house to pick up this item, either an altered item or an object of power. I don't know. And here we got the missing mom.
Step into
You should search the whole area. because these materials allow you to upgrade a new mods to your weapon and other personal mods too, like HP recovery or energy recovery, something like that. Check that out earlier. That too. What do we got there? Document machine guard. And here, central executive. Got an elevator there. Just read this new document we got. I had a dream and I built the thing I saw in my dream, a machine that will contain God, but not the God you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. This machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I made it just like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from the toaster and the fans, plus the timing belt from my car's engine. And the wheels from my son's skateboard. God can't move yet, but the dream said he would learn how on his own. This is just a beginner's body, like a baby's, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. If you want to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My phone does not work anymore. I had to use the dialing plate on God. Damn. I think these are people that are trying to work at the bureau. I'm not sure. Right, here we go, communications department.
Object of power. Looks like piss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
So this is where you take the ability of launching things, launching objects. If you've seen a video for Control before. Of course you can use C, press C to crouch behind things. Down. Actually, it's stupid to try and collect items now from the place. First, I need to cleanse this object of power item. I'm pretty close now. I'll wait for it to launch. Maybe it won't until I trigger it. Now we go.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Target deleted. Must talk to the Dept director. Damn, even the board is suffering from the hiss. And it's my job to stop them somehow.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it.
Get rid of this guy first.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
Mailroom is on the left. Right, let's just update our mods, see if we got something better. Energy recovery speed. Energy 6%. I think we'll go with this one. And this. Case files. Floppy disk must be contained in a cell with no other loose material. Yeah, so it can't launch its objects on you. The object is an 8-inch diskette containing Soviet-era nuclear launch codes. When bound, The object allows utilitarians, this is a hard word, to telekinetically lift materials and throw it to a short distance. See Dr. Darling's representation 11.15 for more information. The object is currently bound to for research purposes, stolen from the Soviet military base located in by agents and with the CIA. The diskette contained launch codes to nuclear missiles, I believed to be reserved for use against USA after being returned to America. The diskette began throwing computational hardware at members of the decoding team. An informant in the CIA tipped the Bureau off, and it was requisitioned by agents the next day. Reinformation campaign summary of Willow LV. National news sites have begun publishing the story of polar bear attack on Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that family was killed by migrating polar bears because of their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius using current ecological concerns less likely to so another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done everyone, it was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can't stop monitoring for any message of opinions, but it's looking like we are in the clear. Tommasi. Oh, we have read that already. Let's see the HIS demolition expert. The Bureau only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle volatile materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in use of explosives in dimensions with distinct physical loads, making them important assets for engineering work as well as combat situations. HIS demolition experts are the only observed HIS variations to wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade that is designed to identify and track entities once fired, making them a threat, whose termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. I found it remarkable that the HIS restrict usage of this weapon to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does this tell us about its behavior? Can it not pass along the new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. The Bureau has many internal security personnel. The HIS was quick to take advantage of this fact. These guards used the standard issue bullpup rifles carried prior to corruption, while the armored guards carry pump action shotguns. They have no observed supernatural abilities, with the exception that certain HIS guards, pricked by shielding of dense HIS resonance capable of stopping bullets. Is this shielding a result of prolonged HIS corruption? Does the HIS mature in organic hosts over time, more data is needed. Yet the HISS target individuals with the combat training. Does the HISS have that level of cognizance? Does it utilize hosts for tasks they are best suited for combat training also? These are all questions for later, though it's obvious that corrupted individuals retain knowledge on the use of their weapons. Now we have the Rangers, Child Bureau, well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. Their HISS corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to corruptions, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. HISS Rangers utilize these weapons as well as advanced tactics taught by Bureau instructors. Some are additionally outfitted with Bureau-made body armor. HISS Rangers have no observed supernatural abilities beyond sound, being protected by a shield of dense HISS resonance capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the HISS Rangers are capable of applying to their situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree? Or is the HISS able to tap into this combat training and utilize it? Further observation is required. Clearance level 1.
This must open the door.
So now I can open all the other previous doors that I couldn't open earlier. And as mentioned before, some control points won't make the older house shift. I forgot the reason. Some do, some don't. Some does not.
They can fly now.
Keeps moving, it's so hard to hit his head constantly.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Just trying to see if there's any materials came out of these dead bodies. Tea time. Alright, hotline chamber. Hey Malcolm. Yes, tea time is at 7. I'll see you at the course on Sunday morning. By the way, have you heard about this Tennyson report? Apparently there is a bunch of copies drifting around the office. Trench is looking to get his hands on any information about who wrote it. You didn't happen to have heard anything about that, would you? See you on Sunday, Jim. I'll read that later.
Alberto Tommasi, head of comms. The hiss got him.
Tommasi is the head of communications department.
Alright, take this down. The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but we can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
Alright.
The hotline can't be far now.
Spate of disappearances was traced to a home in the city of Butte, where Bureau agents discovered a translocative light switch. Bureau agents have arrived at the home of local celebrity, gated and connected to a total of disappearances in the area. Agents found no one inside. While searching closest, an agent pulled the light switch cord and disappeared from the view. Another agent was selected to pull the cord in order to replicate the event. He disappeared as well. Both agents were discovered at the oldest house, specific number of days later, found in a sealed room by rangers, exploring a new area of the house. The light switch cord in Butte homes close disappeared there during this incident. Tommasi ID. Trench. Hotline, security. Log. Director, trench, bill. Trench, bill, trench. Bill, trench, bill. Carl Bishop. So the latest guy to enter the hotline chamber is Carl. We'll redraft later.
The Oceanview Motel and Casino. Green logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the black pyramid.
Alright, notice Oceanview Motel, Casino, entry point. Catalyst, light switch. The law of 3 applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient and anchor Motel to their personal frequencies. Alright, here we go. The law of 3. Director use only. Fatal psychic. Alright, let's go.
Whoa. Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
Hello? Anyone here?
Alright. Are we done? You can't click or change anything for now. So what am I supposed to do? I solved it before, but I forgot. Oh, there you go. New door.
Key has a black pyramid on it.
A black pyramid. Just wanna see if I got that. No, I didn't. hotline will allow you to contact extra-dimensional. Alright. We're good to go. These guys do. The graphics is truly insane in this game.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tommasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like an echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily.
But that was kinda weird, like...
People react strongly when I tell them about you. Is it too soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
I could already listen to Trench echoes. The hotline changed nothing, man. This is weird. I suspect that I left something in the mirror. Guess we'll find out later. Clearance level 4. What? Why is it not working? Clearance level 1, we can access that. Alright, so this whole sector was looted, I guess. Just gonna make another check, a quick one. We haven't been here. I think it's not looted. This side is not. Shifted bathroom complaint. Got a new person mod. This area. So we looted everything here. There are some executive. Alright, let's talk to him.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry, you made it. I'm glad.
Emily? Let's talk.
Of course.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tommasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree, that is. We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
or no available use. Mods can now be crafted near the nearest point.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more.
Do you hear that? Someone's singing. Where's it coming from?
Singing. Sounds like it's coming from the elevator.
They say the new director can launch objects up to 20 feet.
Bullshit. We've never recorded any distance over 5.
Obviously, you never read the P6 data.
New director, I'm not sure if that's me. Launch damage. Will upgrade health, surely. And along with it, energy for now. 3. Right, we'll get the damage. Well, at least made 1 level on this too.
Hope has asked us to document the case. Incantation, she calls it.
You mean like in person?
In person, with a pencil and paper. I think she's trying to get us killed.
Oh, he's down.
Time to work. Meet me in the maintenance.
Like I said before, the janitor is a friendly face.
I think I'm gonna stop for here.
The maintenance sector is the janitor domain. If I can find Ahti here, he can help me reach the override. Maybe it was you who got me into the oldest house with the lockdown on. Maybe it was Ahti. It felt like he made the elevator appear that took me to Trench's office. Is Ahti guiding me too?
So that's why earlier it felt like the building shifted. There was no elevator and then suddenly it came out of nowhere. Let's just check the collectibles. A lot of things here. . I think we haven't read this one. According to the testimony, the agents had been transported from the Butte home to a roadside motel named the Oceanview Motel and Casino, and discovered a room key by performing a ritual. See file, blah blah. The key opened a door marked with an inverted black permit, which they only learned after lengthy period of trial and error. After pulling another motel cord found inside this room, they were transported to the oldest house. The disappearances of the home's owner and the other locals of Butte have been attributed to the light switch cord. The Oceanview Motel is now known to have many doors and pathways. Since the occurrence, identical light switch cords to the one found in Butte home have begun appearing throughout the oldest house. At the time of writing, identical light cords have been found in the oldest house located in these all access the Oceanview Motel, though how exactly this link operates is but initial hypothesis center on the Butte AWE as a Darling representation 24 for more details. Collective unconsciousness. We've all heard of that term. Is defined as a form of the unconscious that is shared in all human minds. From this arises unconscious knowledge, linking us through our ancestral heritage. See Young Report, page 1234. Through this collective unconscious, we unknowingly attribute a series of images and archetypes to all elements of our lives. These archetypes are never fixed, but shift and change in a tandem with our species and culture. This internal belief in the power of images shared by a massive population is black part in creation of altered items by a massive population is maybe this black part maybe it's saying that it helps in the creation of altered items and objects of power. The sheer amount of exuded is attracted to the best representation of image imbuing a single object with a massive amounts of theoretically places of power could likewise be formed by simple power of sustained collective belief. Objects of power are unique in their capacity to grant certain individuals paranatural abilities. We call these individuals para-utilitarians. The potency of these abilities depends on the para-utilitarian using the object of power as an example. Para-utilitarians can achieve a throw distance of while others are only capable of as little as this is like 20 meters, like that guy mentioned earlier, the bureau agent that was talking. Others are only capable of as little as 5 meters. See Darling's presentation 11 for more information. What exactly determines an individual's supernatural competence is unknown, but it's largely believed that some blacked out part exists within the body, and that, like all muscles, it can be exercised. To continue my analysis, I have officially requested access to the Northamo records, considering he's one of the most accomplished para-utilitarians the Bureau has ever seen. Dr. Darling is still considering this request. The oldest house imposes certain limitations on our Bureau, but by far the most restrictive is the inability to use certain technological instruments. The oldest house does not allow devices that receive or emit any radio signals. Maybe. Radio waves are the only transmittable signals in the oldest house. And even these are often unreliable. If the power of collective unconscious is taken into account, it could be that certain pieces of technologies are too new in the cultural for the oldest house. Similarly, these items have not been known to become receptacles for altered status. Technology may be moving too fast at a pace for that to occur. Modern technology tends to disappear and break here, sometimes quite violently. Agents have been injured by cell phones exploding in their pockets when entering the oldest house. To all executive staff, I know there is some concern regarding our operations exceeding the annual budget. So long as we operate within the oldest house, we are obscured from scrutiny in many respects. If our budget's demands are not exorbitant to the point of drawing attention, then they will be granted by the US Treasury without question. The FBC is just another line in another spreadsheet that some lowly accountant won't even notice. Their eyes will skip over us as if we weren't even there. The nature of the oldest house allows us certain freedoms in how we operate. Our being here is no accident. Regards, Trench, Director of Federal Bureau of Control. I guess we'll stop here, guys. Too much reading. But it's an amazing game, actually. The experience is very pleasant. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe and like, and we'll meet you in the next one. Have a good one.